Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog, or welcome if you're new here. I am getting ready for dinner right now. We're going to Hog Island tonight, and you guys, I can't believe I'm saying it, I've never been. So this is my first time. I feel like it is a very well-known gem. I actually don't eat oysters, but I am a big seafood girl, so I feel like everything else on the menu I'm gonna love. And they have the one here in Larkspur, which is so close at the Mart. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to wear. I have this shirt that I have worn once before, but I styled it totally differently. I buttoned it to the top, wrapped the neck around, and I love a high neck too. But I don't know, I'm like, do I mix it up this time? I love stuff like this where I can get multiple uses out of it. I think I'm gonna wear a jacket. I think maybe it's better to have it undone. Might be a game time decision. The last time I wore it, I also didn't tuck it in, but I'm doing it with my vintage Levi's today. I don't think I want to belt it. I don't know, I haven't been loving belts. I feel like I never wore belts, but maybe I just don't have one I love. I almost feel like it's doing too much. Like, is that weird? I feel like sometimes when you put on a belt, it's like a lot, especially if you have other accessories. I actually have not done my hair, and I'm thinking I might not do my hair. That's crazy for me. I actually never go out without my hair done. I was thinking of putting it like back in a braid. With the wind, I don't want to be overstimulated. I feel like my hair just ends up sticking to my face or like my lip gloss. I kind of like the idea of a full beat and very low-key hair. It's funny, I have a Rothy's ad that I know a lot of you are seeing, and I'm wearing this like dress in it, and someone commented like, wrong shoe choice, like it needed a heel. And I am a firm believer that you gotta do a high-low. Like if you do a really like nice fancy outfit, I'm almost like put on a sneaker, put on a sandal, don't also wear a heel because it's like you're doing too much. I just laughed because it's like, first of all, wear whatever the heck you want, but she was like so adamant about the dress I was wearing. I needed a heel. It's so funny. Okay. My bangs are like perfect length right now. I'm so happy with them. I just don't know what shoes I'm wearing. I thought maybe I could definitely do a sneaker, but I could also do my little Shanae. I feel like I get all my expensive like vintage shoes on Poshmark, and it's always such a steal. Yeah, I like this. I did do a poll on Instagram and everyone thought I should do the funnel neck, so I'm doing the funnel neck. I did actually add a belt. I know, I'm so indecisive. I'm so excited because I obviously peeped the menu. I can't go to a place and not look. Even if I've been there before, I have to look. And they have Oyster Co, which is the wine we became obsessed with in Greece. It's a white wine. It's crisp. I love it. It is so hard to find restaurants that serve it. So I just got that much more excited. Let's go. I feel like I'm doing a lot of outfit repeating these days, but honestly, it's because I have found pieces that I really love wearing, which I think there's no problem with. So if you saw my last vlog, you would have seen this shirt. It's just Zara. It's a cotton linen top. I'm trying to buy natural fibers now as much as I can. So it's just like this really nice oversized kind of throw over long sleeve. It's light, so I feel like I can wear it through all the seasons. And then these little cream shorts are old from Abercrombie. I'm meeting some girlfriends for drinks, so it's quite nice today. It's like 76, but I'm gonna bring this jacket just in case. It's this Zara bomber that I've also had for a while. And I'm bringing this Freya bag, which I actually haven't worn in a minute, but she's nice and big, holds a lot. I love that little like flap closure. And I'll probably do sneakers, like my Aloha's or like a mesh cream flat. It does look a little breezy, so I might do the sneaker. It is only Wednesday and it's been a week, so let's go get a margarita. Tonight we're making one of our go-to recipes that we just make when we're feeling not very creative. It's sweet potato tacos. We actually had this at the Snug. If you guys have been to the Snug in SF, they make sweet potato tacos. We went there for brunch maybe or lunch one time, and they served us these sweet potato tacos and they were amazing. And I was like, we can definitely remake these ourselves. We have been doing that for years. Pave has the potatoes going already, but I'm gonna make the tortillas, avocado, and fixins. If you guys haven't tried these are the best gluten-free tortillas. They're Coyotes, I hope I'm saying that right, brand, and they are cassava tortillas. The only ingredients are organic cassava flour, water, and organic coconut oil and sea salt. They are like so much better than the Siete ones, just from a texture standpoint, but I also think they're cleaner. I believe they're cleaner. They're kind of expensive, but they're good. And then I do use a whole avocado and cilantro. So for the avocado, mash it up, and I will add a little lime juice, salt, garlic powder, nothing crazy. Keep it pretty simple because we usually add onion and cilantro on top of the tacos. Going to heat up the tortillas on the stove. I just do this with a little avocado oil, and I love my caraway pan for this because it's so non-stick and it just makes this stuff really easy. When the potatoes are just about done, you'll want to put the beans on for 5 minutes. So I'm just adding you guys can see here, I'm just adding the beans on top of the potatoes. I don't know what Kaveh is laughing about, but you'll just add them on top. And then you can pop these potatoes in for an extra 5 minutes. You could never really overdo potatoes in my opinion, by the way. And then I'm going to make these tortillas. The trick with these cassava tortillas is that you actually don't need to cook them for very long. As soon as they start getting a little bubbly like this, you're probably good to take them off. Yeah, I would say these are pretty good. And as I'm making these, I love to keep them warm in a foil sheet. This is usually how I like to make them. I do the avocado first on the tortilla and then put the potatoes and beans on top and top with onion and cilantro. And then we need to do the hookfish hot sauce. My one qualm with this is the top. I feel like it could have a better dispenser because so much sauce comes out and you don't actually want that much because it's quite hot. But when it's less full, it's better to control. And that's dinner tonight. To show you guys how I make my eggs for breakfast because I've been obsessed with making them this way. I'm not a big breakfast person, which I'm trying to get better at. I know it's not great to not eat breakfast, but I just don't love a lot of breakfast food. But these eggs are incredible and they're super easy to make and it makes me look forward to breakfast. So I start by putting some butter in the pan and then some chili oil, chili crunch. This is the one I'm using. It's not my favorite, but it's good. Then I will crack the eggs right on top. And I will salt them, but here is the trick. You gotta put honey on them. So it's like a hot honey egg. Something about the sweetness makes this so good. Don't knock it till you try it. And then finally I add chives. I actually freeze these. I chop and freeze them because I have so many in the garden. And I like to save them because I can't move through them that quickly. But I love a lot of these. And I'll flip them and I like them over medium. This is honestly so good. I just don't like the eggs too runny, which is why I do over medium. Because I feel like you lose all the yolk, which is the good. So a little runny is good, but I don't like it too runny. So good. I'm going to be so real with you guys. This is the state of my office right now, and I am hating it. I have been meaning to rearrange what's going on in here for a while, and I did just get my iMac delivered yesterday. So excited to start using this. It is so pretty. It looks so much better than my old monitor. I feel like we need to do a little bit of a mini makeover in here. So much crap, and just like I end up throwing my clothes that I need to sell. This rug, I haven't found a place for it since we moved, but I'm thinking I might want to lay it in here. My lighting situation, like these lights aren't even good. I need to get rid of them. Kabe's not here right now, so I am left on my own. We'll see what I can do. Happy with how this came together. I do think the rug makes a huge difference in here. It's obviously very neutral. I did lime wash the walls, so there is that texture, but I felt like it was still very monochromatic. I have my favorite faux tree over here. This one's great. Hey, miss, you don't want to sit near your bed. You want to sit over here. That's so fine. That's so fine. This is just for you. Yeah. Angel. That's a little antique table that I have the printer on, and I'm obsessed. It looks so much cleaner. The Mac I just set up, and it's a dream. I can't wait to edit all my vlogs there. It's gonna be so fun. I'm probably gonna have to get some type of window treatment here because when I do sit on meetings, the lighting is obviously terrible coming from behind me. I will maybe move some curtains that we have in the kitchen right now that we'll be getting rid of with the kitchen remodel, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I have been feeling ravenous today. So we're gonna make some cookies. I just had dinner. It's literally 5:30 and it's so early. Kabe still isn't home from work. So I figured I would pass the time by making some cookies. These are from Williams Sonoma. They did a collab with Oakville Grocery up in Napa, which I love. This is like a crossover we all needed. They sent me this oatmeal golden raisin cookie mix. So I don't normally do like boxed cookies like this, but this sounds really good actually. So we're gonna give it a go. It's just easy, and like the cookies I make now, it takes like such preparation that I don't have time for that right now. I just want some cookies quick. So there's 2 packets. It's really easy. I've been having butter sit out to get to room temp. It calls for 11 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna beat that with this sugar first. I'm also bringing 1 egg to room temp, and the oven is of course preheating. I feel like as a kid you never liked oatmeal cookies, but as you get older you grow to appreciate them. I mean, they're not my favorite, like they're not my first cookie choice, but I don't hate them. Same thing with like nuts and stuff. Like, again, I don't really think nuts belong in dessert, but I'll eat it. I don't mind. So I have my hand mixer. It says to beat this for 2 minutes until fluffy, and then add the egg. Okay, then it says add half the cookie mix actually, and then add the egg. Oh, I'm glad I'm doing this now because it does have to sit for an hour. It smells so good. It's like cinnamony. So excited. So this is what it's kind of looking like. I'll see you in an hour. I'm getting ready, and I figured I could show you guys how I did the underpainting. Still very novice, I'm still very beginner, but I will walk you through what I did because I feel like having gone all day with that makeup, 12 plus hours, I felt like it still looked so good at the end of the day. The mascara wanted to say hello. Oh, I felt so extra obsessed with her these days. I don't know what it is, but I would drop someone if they even looked at her the wrong way. Is that crazy? You mess with Gigi, you're messing with the family. Yeah. You heard it here first. Anyway, I digress. It came with this dual-ended brush. We have a small end, and then the big fluffy end. We also have the foundation brush here, which is so fluffy. A moisturized sunscreen, like brows glued. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the first shade here, and this is really used for color correcting. I'm going to take that under my eyes because I do have some darkness there. I don't have terribly dark circles. I'm just gonna pat it on the areas that I know I need it, and I'm gonna let it warm up on my face, kind of like I would concealer, and blend it in a second. I didn't do that yesterday, but I do feel like it's a slightly better approach. Still getting breakouts here and there, but I do feel like I'm actually going to take the fluffy end to blend this in, but I do feel like having benzoyl peroxide has been so nice as my spot treatment. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the second shade, and I'm going to use this as, I'm actually going to mix it with the third one because it is pretty light, but I'm going to try to now go in and use this as my concealer. It's closer to my skin tone. I'm also going to take it around the nose because I do have some redness there. And what I did yesterday was I also tried to contour the nose a little bit. This is never a step that I normally do, but I do feel like this whole kit makes it pretty easy to do this. And I will kind of use my finger as well to just blend it out. I feel like this brush, this small one in particular, does make things go on a little bit streaky, especially if you are using maybe more product. Now, if you really want to brighten and highlight, you can do the center triangle here. And then I'm also going to do triangle down here. Gonna let that sit again. I'm gonna do a little of the bronzing and contour. So I'm gonna take the contour shade, which is the cooler shade, and I'm going to take that pretty much on my cheekbone. I'm gonna take it down there. It's gonna look crazy at first, but that's okay. It should actually look a little crazy because when you put foundation over it, it is going to cover a lot of this up and blend it in. She said, snatched, honey. And make sure you take it into the hairline. I hate when it doesn't look blended into the hair. You don't want to look patchy and unblended. And I'm gonna take it around the forehead. And this is really helping me in my pale phase right now. Just feel a little bit more bronzed and toned. I'm going in with the warmer shade, so the very end, and I'm just kind of going over that along the edge of my forehead and into the hairline. I'm gonna take, again, the warmer shade. I'm gonna take it from here up and out to get that more lifted appearance. I'm gonna take it up and out. I feel like if you are new to this, Kelly Ann Makeup on TikTok, she did a really good tutorial of this. So I am more or less trying to mimic what she did. I think she explains things so well, and I just love her technique, and all of her work is amazing. So that's kind of what we're working with. You can also go over the cheek a little bit with the warmer bronzing shade, and I like to keep this pretty high. Really where you would put blush. I'm gonna come in and take the small brush and go along the nose, bring it up into the brow. People do this like button nose moment where they take it under and over. But you really have to make sure you blend that well, because I have definitely left the house forgetting it was there. And that's not what you want. And then you also will want to make sure you go along the jaw. I have a pretty prominent jaw, so I never like to do too much. Thank you, TMJ. And you want to make sure you blend it down the neck, because you're doing all this bronzing on your face. Odds are your neck is pretty pale. So you just take it down, make sure it looks cohesive. Then I actually do blush as my underpainting as well. I'm going to take this in my hand and get it all worked into my brush. This is the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush in Aragon. I love this. I've not stayed loyal to a single blush like this for a while, and this is really having a chokehold on me. It's light, it blends super well with all of my makeup, and it's buildable, which I like. So it's not extremely pigmented, but I feel like I actually have more control that way, so I like that. If you're brown-eyed, brown hair like me, this is a really flattering shade. It's like a brownish red, and I will probably add a little bit more later on top, but that's a good start. And again, it's okay if it looks a little crazy. You're gonna go in with the foundation now. This is Mary Phillips as well. Looks so good. Love the red. This is shade 80. Oh, olive undertones. I love when a makeup brand has olive undertones. Everything else ends up looking yellow and orange on me. I take one pump. That's like barely anything, you guys. I'm going to take that fluffy foundation brush now. You guys can really see it is super fluffy. So what I'm gonna do is just work this into the brush. It looks like there's nothing on there. That's kind of what you want. And then I'm just going to lightly dust it over my face. Really focusing on the lower half because that's where I didn't do a lot of that contouring. That's where I'm gonna want more coverage. That's usually where I have my spots and acne. So we are going to cover that right up. You wanna use a pretty light hand. You do not want to mess up all of the work that you've done, but you want it to blend. I already feel like that looks really good. And I feel like you're gonna find if you try this, that that is all you need. I do not use more foundation than that. Perfect. It feels like nothing's on my face. Then I've been loving a tubing mascara. I mean, I've always, for years, been using one, but this Thrive Cosmetics one is so good. Let me show you guys. Those are the lashes. This makes my lashes look so good. And they stay up. And it's so much easier to remove a tubing mascara. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara by Thrive. Okay, I thought I would close out this vlog by showing you guys the final updates to my office for now. As mentioned earlier, I wanted to get window treatments in, so I did move these from the kitchen in our house and added them here. So here is what we're working with. Disregard that art. I replaced what was there, and I think it's like hanging a little bit too low, but it does kind of line up with the wall there, so it doesn't look that weird, but you guys can't really tell here. It's quite low, like it's below eye level for me, so I think that's a little odd, but I had something else hanging there, so I just put it on the same nail. We got to replace it. I digress. Drapery in here looks so pretty. It's sheer, so it still lets light in, but if I'm on a meeting, I can pull those shut, and then I don't have like that backlit appearance where I'm completely dark. I also swapped the vase for the tulips. I love this one. I got it at Anthropologie. It was the Damson Matter collab. I haven't been able to find it or link it for you guys because I bought it in store when I was in Carmel, and I don't think it's available online anymore. The only thing is it's a little, the drapery is long. Kitchen ceiling height was so high that we bought these curtains super long, so they are bunching a bunch on the bottom. You can't really tell or see when you're standing in the room. So I'll probably eventually change them out, but honestly, for this purpose, I think it looks so good, and it definitely matches the color and the vibe of this room. I have just been grinding in here, you guys. Like genuinely, I have been reaching flow state in here. I have been messing around with some rug options because I'm thinking of swapping out a couple of rugs in the house, but definitely the one in our bedroom, which kind of breaks my heart because I got this vintage Turkish rug in our master, found it on Facebook Marketplace for our last apartment together, and I got it for a steal from this girl in Oakland because it did have a fat stain in the middle, but it would never be seen with our bed on top, so I was like, I don't care, and she sold it to me for like $200. And if you guys are in the vintage rug game at all, you know those are not cheap. Like, rugs in general aren't cheap, but when you're looking at a vintage Turkish rug, 9 by 12, it's like, I don't know, upwards of $8,000 maybe. So that was a huge win for me. Unfortunately, there were some like loose threads in it, and Gigi has just like pulled at those over time, and she honestly the other day just got stuck in it, and so it's kind of like coming apart. And it looked really good in our last apartment, but it's like a very neutral color. And we do have carpet upstairs that is like beige. So it just doesn't do much on top of the carpet. I would not normally put a rug on top of the carpet, but the carpet is just so boring, and we did not want to spend the money to get hardwood put upstairs as well. I think it's totally fine to put a rug over a carpet, and I want something with a little more color and contrast and pop. So I'm playing around with a couple rugs, and again, I've been reaching flow state working here in this office. So I'll show you this mood board that I'm working on, and I love to do all of this in Canva, and I highly recommend you guys do this because it is so great for seeing things. I always loved doing this when I furnished our home, and when I started to work on it, I always like to kind of mood board things out together. And I love a border. I don't really love like a patterned rug outside of that, so this is a fun way to do it. I think the blush plays off really well with our onyx mirror actually. It kind of pulls out some of those more blush tones in the framing, And then I actually found furniture pieces that look very similar to ours because this bench we have is vintage. These nightstands, I actually stained them to be similar to this color. They came like super bleached oak. So I found these that looked just like them. And then this sideboard we have in there, I actually didn't realize I had gotten a dupe for this stunning vintage piece. It's like brutalist. I love the vibe and it's thousands of dollars normally. So I just grabbed this picture of it to get a feel for how things would look. I have our new light fixture in here, but I think this looks really, really good. And these pillows would be new. I was eyeing them. I think I might buy them. I will, of course, update you guys if we make any changes to the master. I'm also looking at getting a bigger rug for our living room. The struggle with this is it is such a pain to replace a rug. Poor Kaveh like throws his back out every time, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's worth it in the end, always. And he'll even agree. I'm not putting words in his mouth. But that's it for this week's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.